What's up, YouTube? We're here with another video. It's your boy SwagywrldGAMING. Today we're looking at I think it is just a fearless teen. Well, it's just a recommendation video. I guess it's like a cop getting owned. I'm trying to see what it is. I love them. Motherfuckers be arguing with police and shit.
They deserve. In a video posted on May 28, 2022, Corporal Michael Pritch of the Little Egg Harbor Police Department in Ocean County, New Jersey, stopped his vehicle and approached a young man who was walking on the side of the road after the man, who we will refer to as Mr. Walker, gave the finger to Corporal Pritch. The interaction was captured on Corporal Pritch's body-worn camera.
Why you giving me the finger?
Why you giving me the finger?
What? What's your problem? What? Why you giving me the finger?
Fuck you.
I'm walking away. Huh? Am I free to go? Why you giving me the finger? Am I free to go? No. Come here. For what reason? Why you giving me the finger? What's your problem? Am I free to go? No. What, do you have a problem? No. Do you have a problem? No. You don't have a problem, then I can leave. Why are you giving me the finger when you're walking? Huh? Come here. Get over here. What? Get over here. Is that a lawful order? Yeah. For what reason? Because you're giving me the finger. That's legal. No, it isn't. Says who? Says it all. Pull up the law. Huh? Pull up the law. What's your name? What's the law? What's your name? The law? What's your name? How old are you?
Corporal Pritch claims that it is illegal to give him the finger, and therefore he can lawfully detain Mr. Walker for doing so. As we have discussed before on ATA, the Supreme Court held in the 1971 case of Cohen versus California that, quote, absent a more particularized and compelling reason for its actions, the state may not, consistently with the First and 14th Amendments, make the simple public display here involved of this single four-letter expletive a criminal offense. Likewise, as the Supreme Court explained in the 1989 case of Texas versus Johnson, while, quote, the First Amendment literally forbids the abridgment only of speech, its protection does not end at the spoken or written word. Conduct may be sufficiently imbued with elements of communication to fall within the scope of the First and 14th Amendments. The court also stated that,
I don't know what the fuck is all this, but I just know dude mad.
Quote, in deciding whether particular conduct possesses sufficient communicative elements to bring the First Amendment into play, we have asked whether an intent to convey a particularized message was present, and whether the likelihood was great that the message would be understood by those who viewed it. Although the Supreme Court has not ruled specifically as to whether raising a middle finger constitutes protected speech, the gesture nearly inarguably satisfies the test for expressive conduct outlined in Texas versus Johnson, and courts that have reviewed the issue have generally concluded that it is protected speech. In the 2006 case of Corey versus Nason, the U.S. District Court in the Western District of Pennsylvania, which is in the same federal circuit as New Jersey, concluded that, quote, the weight of federal authority establishes that directing the middle finger at a police officer is protected expression under the First Amendment, absent some particularized showing that the gesture in the specific factual context constitutes fighting words or is otherwise illegal. According to Section 2C 33-2, quote, a person is guilty of a petty disorderly persons offense if, in a public place and with purpose to offend the sensibilities of a hearer or in reckless disregard of the probability of so doing, he addresses unreasonably loud and offensively coarse or abusive language, given the circumstances of the person present and the setting of the utterance, to any person present. In the 2022 case of Morales versus Maxwell, the
Gang, I ain't gonna lie, I don't care about that. Like, for real, you talking too much.
Be arrested person under the disorderly conduct statute.
We not reacting.
That's a crime! Yes, it is. Says who? Says me. Says who? Turn around. Come on. Bro, that is not
change the video.
Yes, it is. No, it's not. Why are you cursing me? It's not a crime. What's your name? It's not a crime. What's your name? Help! Help! No help.
He's screaming. Help!
Yo, help!
Corporal Pritch grabs Mr. Walker and holds him with his hands behind his back. When Mr. Walker starts screaming for help, Corporal Pritch turns off his body-worn camera and does not turn it back on until backup arrives. Under Section 40A 14-118.3 of the New Jersey statutes, every uniformed law enforcement officer is required to wear a body-worn camera that electronically records audio and video while acting in the performance of their official duties, with limited exceptions.
Yeah.
cause. These legal requirements are expanded upon in the body-worn camera policy issued by the Office of the Attorney General for the state of New Jersey, and it is clear that Corporal Pritch's actions in turning off the body-worn camera violated both state law and the Attorney General's policy.
Right now because I was cursing at him.
Hold up. I want to see if that's just my video doing that. Yeah, it's just that. That's cool.
And he said you're being detained because you're acting strange. What?
Acting strange?
That's not legal.
It is legal. He's allowed to detain you until he performs his investigation.
So what am I doing though? What am I doing that made him detain me? What legal right?
Every time I rode by him twice, he shot me the finger. So I turned around and say, "Well, you're
Is that a crime?
No problem." Then he tells me
this is causing public disturbance.
Then he tells me to
no, that's not a crime.
F off, pig.
Yeah, off, pig. That's not a crime. That's not a crime. He's looking at you because he's like, "What the fuck you want me to do?" Because it's not a crime. I know my rights.
Who are you?
I don't have to say any of that.
You do if you're being detained.
For what reason?
What
legal reason am I being detained for?
Where are you coming from and where are you
What legal reason am I being detained for? I need to know that. Legally, I need to know that.
Patrolman Michael James Lamontagne arrives on the scene and informs Mr. Walker that he is required to identify himself because he is being detained,
right, here we go
even though
again
he
with the
cannot provide a
fucking
legal
summary
justification
again.
for the detention.
Hold on.
However, New Jersey does not have a stop and identify statute that specifically to impede the investigation. Therefore, a court
this
would
happened at
very
New
likely
Jersey, too,
determine that
FYI,
Patrolman
y'all
Lamontagne was
y'all wondering when this
incorrect in
happened.
his assertion that Mr. Walker was required to identify himself.
Why are you
shooting me the finger.
Why are you
Is that illegal?
Why are you
Cursing at
flipping bird? Yes, it is. When you are cursing in public, you are causing a public disturbance. You're being a nuisance to the public.
In what way? When he was driving past? Well, I'd like to see you guys prove it in court.
It's called causing a public disturbance.
I know the
by
law.
being a nuisance.
I know the law.
I'm not saying you're being charged with anything. At that
I'm
point,
just
he's
figuring out
detaining
what's wrong with you.
to make sure that there is nothing wrong.
Make sure you're okay.
Make sure that you're okay.
What reason does he need to detain me?
He thought maybe he thought you were signaling him down. Were
I
you
was.
signaling to him?
No,
Listen, I was
no,
just-
you knew very well that I wasn't signaling to you, right? I wasn't signaling
Well,
to you.
you bring attention to yourself.
That's not signaling.
You're acting strange. I'm making sure you're okay.
Dude, that's so funny. Like, you're not here for my safety. You're not trying to protect
How
me.
do you know?
You're walking
may
on the
be-
side of the road and you're cursing and you're flipping the bird.
Once at him. I gave him the finger once. That
you know
will
him?
not hold up.
Do you know him? Do you know him?
It's not your business. I
It is
plead the
my
fifth.
business.
I plead the fifth then.
It's
What's
in
the
public
First
law.
Amendment for?
Okay. The First Amendment is for your freedom of speech. Okay.
Okay.
What does that have to do with
Was I
using
making a call to
gestures?
action? Am I calling for an action to be done against you?
Do
No.
you understand
You're
that
bringing
it is?
attention to
Listen,
yourself and
listen,
get
listen, listen.
That's not legal.
It's behavior that's out of the
This
order.
dude's having
Clearly,
fun
if you
with
stopped
them.
all the way back there, I'm assuming you guys were back there and you just
We
continued.
don't even have him
I've
in
been for
You
the
just
guy.
continued to walk.
I wasn't running. I was walking.
Once he
So
gives an order
let's
for you
be
to
honest here.
stop, you're supposed to stop.
I did stop when he originally said it, but I was asking, is it
And then he
illegal?
told me
Is it
to
a
F
lawful
off,
order?
and he took off.
Yeah, because I kept walking because you weren't pursuing at the first. You
All
only
right.
started pursuing because I
So
said you pig. That's
listen.
when you got a little upset.
Look, we're here at this point now. Okay. You've brought the attention to yourself. You
Yep.
caused the
Don't
public
give
alarm.
now.
Well,
What
I'd like to
we're
see
doing-
you legally
so
hold
now
that
what we
in
are
court
doing,
because.
I'm not charging you with anything, so I
Well,
don't
I
legally
would-
need to hold anything in court.
Well, I want to know from your perspective.
I
What was I
pulled up
doing?
onto the scene, so you tell me what you were doing.
To bring attention to
I
yourself.
plead the fifth. You idiot.
Oh,
eToro
man.
presents
He's having
How
fun
to
with
invest
them.
in stocks
He
in
does
30
not
seconds.
care.
Just open.
Exactly.
How long have you been a cop, Chris?
Longer than you.
Listen,
Longer than you. I'm not a
Checking
cop.
around.
I don't understand what the point of this is.
I'm walking. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
It's the Fourth Amendment to be allowed to walk without seizures or anything like that.
You
Which
sure?
is yes.
Are you sure that's the Fourth Amendment? You
You
sure?
want to bet money on it?
You sure that's for the Fourth Amendment? It gives you the right to walk without seizure. What's going to be seizured while you're walking?
My body, my person, idiot. You were about to.
Listen.
He said I was going to be under arrest. He
You
said
said
it.
you were
I
detained.
said stop.
You
No,
said you were
or you're
detained.
gonna be arrested.
So now what
Yeah,
happens?
so
now what happens?
just admitted that
now
he was
what
going
happens
to
is when
arrest
he
me.
gives you a lawful order to stop, and you do
It
not
wasn't a
stop.
lawful order, though.
And you do not stop.
It legally was not a
and
lawful
you
order.
do not stop, then that becomes a criminal offense, and then yes, you can be put under
But
arrest.
it's not a lawful order. Then I take it to court, and then he'd get sued, and I get
Maybe.
punitive damages. I'd be rich. Is that what you want?
That
Oh,
may,
you don't know the
that
law.
may be
buddy.
what happens
You don't know
if
the
you
law.
think that's going to happen.
Patrolman Lamontagne claims that the Fourth Amendment was not implicated in this interaction because no seizure occurred, and Mr. Walker was placed under
here we
arrest.
go again with these
However,
summaries.
as the Supreme Court explained in the infamous 1968 case of Terry versus Ohio, quote, "The Fourth Amendment provides that the right of the an arrest, the quintessential seizure of the person under Fourth Amendment jurisprudence, there must be either the application of physical force, however slight, or, where that is absent, submission to an officer's show of authority to restrain the subject's liberty. Here, it is undeniable that Mr. Walker was seized when Corporal Pritch initiated physical contact with Mr. Walker to prevent him from leaving. However, it is also highly probable that a court would conclude Mr. Walker was seized for Fourth Amendment purposes when Corporal Pritch first ordered him to stop, and he complied."
It may be what's going to happen. It may not be what happens. Okay?
Okay, I understand. All right, so what are we wasting time for?
Jury,
Am I free to go?
What may happen is you may get a normal jury.
He don't care. Is he
For what reason?
You were detained, okay, because he told you to stop.
Okay.
Put him in handcuffs.
So therefore, you need to identify yourself as a part of the
Y'all motherfuckers
investigation.
gonna get
So
sued.
what is your name?
Okay, I'm gonna need all of your badge numbers.
I will give you everything written down on a card. What is your
I
name?
can give you.
If you have an ID, that's perfect.
Am I? Okay, I'll take it to court
If you have
because
an
this
ID,
is
that's
still a detainment.
Are you a juvenile?
This is an illegal detainment,
Are you
so
a
I can still.
juvenile?
I'm not going to answer that.
You have to answer.
Why?
Because you're being detained.
I said I'll give you my ID, buddy. He's such a pig, bro.
So what does that make you?
Not a pig. Dude, this is
you for
illegal.
saying?
You'll legally have to prove that I was a nuisance
When
to
you're
the public.
standing-
How would you do that? How would you do that? I just want to hear
Camera
your-
systems. Okay, so when he goes by in the car, okay, and he sees you doing what you're doing,
And what was
that's
I
all gonna
doing?
be there.
And what part of that caused a disturbance? That's what I'm trying to legally understand. I don't understand. Is that a body camera?
That's what it is.
Perfect, perfect. Tuckerton doesn't have them, you know that? Tuckerton's been on back order for months. Because I have a lawsuit against them, that's why. And I wish they'd have body cams. I would love if they had body cams. Take out the bad cops.
It's for all.
Yeah,
Right.
fun.
It's for everybody.
Boy,
that's
he
involved in
getting
the situation.
money.
Okay.
We already
if you
have
any
another
problems or anything,
lawsuit
You want to come down?
process.
You want to talk to somebody? Our supervisors are always there as well. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna
And
take
you
a
can do
lawsuit.
that.
So who would I press criminal charges against? For what?
You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to
police
call.
officers.
You're gonna have to call and figure that out with a lawyer. You would have to file a complaint with the courts.
Got it.
Okay. And then you can go from there if you want to see if you can press charges and whatnot if you
Perfect.
violated your rights.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
All right, am I free to go?
Don't give us fingers.
Shut the f up.
Stay out of the roadway.
No, listen
Stop
to
causing a public alarm.
Dude, shut the f up. Am I
Stop
free to go?
cursing.
Am I
You're free to go.
Stop cursing. Go.
You're free to go.
goofy asses.
After Patrolman Lamontang informed Mr. Walker that he was free to go, Mr. Walker directed a profanity at both of the officers and walked away without any further incident. Very little information is available about this interaction, and although Mr. Walker informed the officers of his intent to
That's
pursue
crazy.
legal action, it is unknown whether he has taken any steps to do so. Overall, Corporal Pritch and Patrolman Lamontang get an F for acting with total disregard to
I'm
Mr. Walker.
still processing the fact that this nigga had his body cam off. Like,
Walker's First Amendment and Fourth Amendment rights,
What he trying to
detaining
hide?
him without reasonable suspicion to do so, and blatantly misstating the law multiple times throughout the
Bro,
encounter.
this
The
nigga
officers
don't know shit.
repeatedly demonstrated their complete ignorance of some of the most essential legal principles that apply to law enforcement officers by falsely claiming that it was illegal for Mr. Walker to use profanity and display his middle finger, that Mr. Walker was legally required to identify himself, and that their illegal detention
alright, so we're just gonna call it there, guys. Let's just say these two motherfuckers gonna be broke. They ass don't even know fucking the law, bro. And I'm like, how the fuck are you gonna turn off your fucking body cam? You had it on, but then you gonna turn it off? You stupid. Stupid. And this nigga thought he was gonna show up just to save the day. You thought wrong. I'll catch you on the next one, guys. I'll probably go do another video. Stay safe, stay warm. I just reacted to I did a Iron Man suit raw. If y'all want to go on top 10 Iron Man suits, if y'all trying to go check that out, I'm gonna put the link in the description. Do that shit. And leave a like and subscribe if y'all enjoyed the video. With that being said, I'll catch you on the next one.